There were 4 pirate ships sailing fast along the coast of Spain somewhere in the 1500s. There were 3 merchant ships sailing slow and easy, also along the coast of Spain. There were 2 Spanish Coast Guard ships who returned home, and there was 1 Coast Guard ship that stuck around. Now think of those pirate ships as birds of prey, an eagle, 3 falcons, the Coast Guard boats. Think of them as sparrowhawks, feisty and small. Those merchant ships, think of them as sitting ducks. Well, those pirate ships swooped in, they captured one of those merchant ships, which happened to be carrying a bride on her way to her wedding. Coast Guard ships saw this, Coast Guard boats, and their job was to hunt for pirates. And they found them. They saw those 2 pirate ships swoop in and capture that merchant ship. But they can be too much of a good thing. You get a couple of pirate boats, you've got prey. You get, say, 3 pirate boats or 1 pirate ship, you got a battle. But you get a fleet of pirate ships, that is the sort of thing that will raise your insurance rates. Your doctor will not advise you to attack fleets for your health. And that is why the commanders of 2 of those Coast Guard boats decided the best thing to do was return to harbor, appoint a committee, and study the situation. Well, it left 1 Coast Guard boat against 4 pirate ships. So, most of what you could do when he attacked. And I do not purport to be an expert in 16th century nautical strategy, but it's my considered opinion that it was not the custom in those days for single boats to attack fleets. But maybe he had a strategy. Maybe his strategy was to sneak up on them. I mean, after all, who would expect 1 boat to attack 4 ships? But if that was his strategy, he blew it. Because he got his banners flying, he got his drummers drumming, he got his fifers fighting. He was a seagoing jukebox. Music to annoy the French neighbors by. So maybe the strategy was different. Maybe the strategy was to impersonate a showboat. Try to pass himself off as a seagoing minstrel show. But if that was the strategy, again, the execution ruined it. Because as soon as he got within hailing distance, he demanded those pirates turn loose that merchant ship, turn themselves in. Because if they did, he was going to hang them all. And once more, I don't want to inflate my expertise, but I don't believe that was a customary tactic. And apparently the pirates didn't either. Because not only did they turn loose that merchant ship, not only did they turn themselves in, they started looking at that little Coast Guard boat and said, I want one of those. And 2 of those pirate ships took off after the Coast Guard boat. Well, the captain or the commander, he evaluated the situation. He looked at his different tactics. He weighed the pros and cons, and he ran like cheap ink in a Florida rainstorm. He took off. The 2 pirate ships took off after him. Looked like it was going to be a race. Were the ships going to catch that little boat or not? Now, I'm guessing the people back on the remaining ships are placing bets. Is that guy going to get away or not? Well, and the words of the Chronicle. The first pirate ship sailed faster than the second. And the little Coast Guard boat sailed faster than either one. So they were kind of stretching out a parade. But the Coast Guard boat kept gaining. Looked like he was going to get clean away. Except The commander of that little Coast Guard boat didn't want to get away. He turned it around. He sailed back, slammed into the first pirate ship, boarded it, captured it, turned it around. The two vessels sailed back, slammed into the second pirate ship, boarded it, captured it, turned it around. So we might have started with 4 pirate ships, but at this point what we've got are 3 ships, three vessels under Spanish command, heading back towards the last 2 pirate ships, holding up 1 merchant ship. But by this point, the pirates had reassessed the situation. They had reevaluated their career choices. And all of a sudden, farming in the middle of France looked a lot more attractive than being on the high seas with a maniac coming after them. So they sailed off. The merchant ship was rescued, and the bride got to attend her wedding after all. And I realized this is kind of an odd-selling story, because we started off with 4 pirate ships chasing the 3 merchant ships. You had 2 pirate ships chasing the 1 Coast Guard boat. But let's something out. The commander of that 1 Coast Guard boat was Pedro Menedez, one of the greatest seamen of the age, and the founder of St Augustine, Florida. And we are the St Augustine Tale Tellers. And I think